Good morning, it's Morningstar. Join me. Got some things to say today. Alrighty, I'm gonna set space. So, Morningstar's fine. Carla's sitting outside before this. Can't do it. Scared. Okay. Just breathe with me. I'm going to set protocols. Woo! Their power is already flowing. It's here. Grandmother was like, they're waiting. It's like, okay. Carla's gotta get into the space of allowing. And I sing because it opens up my throat chakra. Because in my flesh, I get scared. I get nervous. What happens? My throat wants to close up. But breathe. Grandmother's here. The tribal council. Whoa, beautiful midnight blue energy just fell or came down like a curtain. Archangel Michael, thank you. They're like coming in a circle. Oh yeah, here comes the Galactic Council, thank you. And some other high galactic beings are coming in. Archangel Gabriel, Mother Mary energy. Tapping into God's energy and the great I am. Breathe, resonating there. And diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. Coming into all balance. And the curtain's dropped. And back up to God's source energy as far as the east is from the west, north is to the south. There's some hearts, rose quartz, pink hearts coming in. Thank you, Mother Mary energy. And Saint Germain is on board. So right now they're giving me a visual of where Saint Germain hangs out. And it's a beautiful, beautiful pool with fairies, a beautiful waterfall. So if you need to go there right now, just step through the veil and you're there. Allow them to bless you. Allow them to work on you. Breathe. Settle into the energies. Whoa. So what Alexa next. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all in divine time. Breathe. Sing lighted pillars. Now our ramp, as such, going up. There we go. Wow. Oh! Yeah, that feels really good. Oh, man. Ah. Oh. Oh, wow. Alexa, next. You know, you'd think I'd have the music already and set to go. Just whatever. I kind of just wing it and just whatever happens, happens. There seems to be a lot of, and when I look up, if you've never watched me before, I look up to grandmother. She helps me. She kind of gives me direction, tells me when to say, kind of asking her for permission. So there seems to be a lot of anxiety, unsettledness. You know, when we live in the 3D and, you know, you hear of like shootings as such and things that take place in the 3D. Yeah, wants to steal our breath, wants to steal our peace. We're divine beings of love and light. It is our divine right to live in peace, to have a beautiful flat plane in front of us. Some of you have been tunneling through the mountains of difficulty. I did too. I'm speaking from experience. I would see myself and I'd get hit by a fast-moving train underneath ground, fast-moving. And through experience and time and them showing me about thoughts, my own thoughts, things coming at me. And then one day, it was like they said, step aside. And I stepped aside. Sorry, there's something on my screen. You guys don't see it, but I do, but it's okay. There we go. Breathe. I stepped aside, and then the train took off, was going in front of me, and I was just like, what the F? And it seemed like there was a period of my time in my life that I was underground doing stuff, learning how to control thought patterns, learning how not to be so disturbed and traumatized by what was going on around me, and then learning that I don't have to control the train. Just a simple decision of, wait, what? You can step off it. I don't have to be a part of that thought process. And then the train runs, and then there it goes. And then one day, I saw a light at the end of the tunnel, and so I'm like, the hell with this shit. I'm going to go after the light at the end of the tunnel. So I did. And then it was like, so there was a period of time, okay, I'm not going to effing worry about my hair, that it took me to this real process of trust, a real, unshakable foundation of trust. Breathe. Of learning to say that everything, breathe, is always and in all ways okay for me, always. been talking a lot lately about collapsing time, collapsing timelines. You know, it's such a process that has sped up. There is grace and power and movement to collapse timelines. Sometimes those collapsing timelines is just a change of thought pattern. You're on the revolving door. I've talked about this many times before. And they'll stop it every once in a while. You ready to get off? You ready to think differently? Are you ready to change your mind? Are you ready to turn your no's into yeses? That's a key element. Sometimes I say, no, there it goes. Things will get harder. Things will, and it's like you're here and then, stuff's happening in the 3D and it's like, what the F? Breathe. And then the chance would come around again. They'd say, you ready to step off? And then it was like, yeah, I'm done. Whatever it takes, you all have to do to help me, key component, asking for help. They have you. They know where they're taking you. They do it. They do it. All we're responsible for is the cleaning and clearing up of every thought pattern and releasing those things and then getting to the point where it stops. And then you choose again. Choose again. Otoshikate, I get off the revolving door. It's as simple as that. And before I went live, I'm going to take a drink. And before I went live this morning, man, Carla in 3D is just like, because I've done this stuff long enough to know that I've either just come out of a thing or my words have truth, my words have power, and if I'm relaying something out to the multiverse, to the universe, as Morningstar, my words have power, our words have power. And then Carla in 3D gets scared because it's like, oh, holy smoke bombs, Batman. I'll go through it. So I'm either coming off of something that I can speak truth, or I get inspired to speak a revelation or truth. And then guess what? Breathe. Within 48 hours, 72 hours, I'm going exactly through it. That's just the way it works. It's just the way it works, guys. So don't be surprised by the conflict. Don't be surprised by the multitude or the abundance of a shit show. Bentinho Massaro calls it the shit show turning into a bliss show. Because if they weren't working and moving on your behalf, it wouldn't come up. The very fact that it's come up shows your higher self has reached a new level. So then what has to happen? The 3D, like in a matrix, like in all of these multi-faceted aspects of Carla, Carla screaming, oh no, I can't do it too. Maybe there's possibility to. I've got this, right? I mean, it's all these multi-visual, multi-levels of Carla's 3D, higher source connected, higher lines connected, brought into being because I asked. And when I ask, then I have to learn to receive, no matter what the bliss show is showing me. That could be anything. It could be miscommunication between loved ones. It could be unexpected bills. It could be a effing flat tire. Anything that disturbs your peace, disturbs your trust. But I'm here to tell you today that the mere fact that that's coming up and you're seeing it in the 3D, means you've reached a higher level. It means it's truth, it's law. And then guess what? As you stand on that precipice of trust, faith, and as you stand before God's source energy, as you stand before the multiverse, before the sun shining in the sky, and you revel in who you are as a divine being. They give you tokens, they give you signs, they give you synchronicities along your path, signposts to know I've reached this point. Oh, I'm here now. Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, wow. Wow. What? You mean, hello, you're hearing me? You're answering prayers. You're answering deep-hearted, gut-wrenching desires for change in relationships with your spouse or your significant other, with your children, maybe your boss. The inability at times to not be able to pay stuff. It's a new day and it's a new way. Ask for their help. You got financial problems, ask them for help. They know what to do. They know how to bring you out. They know how to bring you out into everything that your heart is desiring. And then I'm just hearing Morningstar saying, for the good and highest and best of everyone and everything involved. It's as simple as that. Do you think they brought you down here just to struggle all the time? That your life is gonna be a hot mess? It was a hot mess. Some of you know my story. I don't really have to go into all that right now. And if you want to know more about it, I can just briefly mention it. Traumatic sexual abuse before the age of 5. An alcoholic, abusive father. Da, 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 da. So I stand. Morningstar stands. Carla, at times, is crumbled up against the side of the wall, holding her knees, screaming. Even as she steps out in faith, there's sometimes been this guttural, ah! Why? Because it's hard to trust. When you have come from a life, in my circumstances, of not trusting the adults, not trusting anyone or anything, and growing up in that environment, then they bring you here now, and then they say trust. What does that do? It scares the bejeebies out of you. It scares you. It frightens you to your core. And then in the 3D, some of you, as you're laying on your beds at night, asking for God's source energy to show up, the heck yes, they're showing up. You're trembling, you're shaking, you're convulsing, you're having cold sweats, your hands are sweaty, you're seeing visuals, there's things happening. There's all kinds of plethora of things that are taking place as our manifestation of dreams are taking place. What? For empowerment, to live empowered lives, to attain mastery. To attain it, to live it, to breathe it, to not live a life that is unfitting to you and to what you signed up for here now. You're damn straight the timelines are collapsing. They're collapsing them on our behalf. Carla in 3D can't take credit for shit. I and white wolf. We will put incense in this bowl, and outside we smudge all the time. If you are not saging your homes, please do so. If you are not periodically, I don't care if you have to take your thumb and spit over the windows and the doors of your home, inside and out. Blessings are upon this house. This is our sanctuary. There is peace here. And as they have told me repeatedly a long time ago, I was instructed to say, the kingdom of God is at hand. Sanctuary. Your homes should be sanctuary. Should be a place of peace, of love, eating, sleeping. Doesn't matter if you're emptying out the dishwasher, folding clothes. Everything is a spiritual act, a divine spiritual act. And to them, do you know that even the pots in your home are divine? Your cooking utensils, your pots, your glasses that you drink out of, do you know that that's not blessed and part of the divine? It all has your key signature. It's all about who you are. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink. So, vision. So right before this, I'm outside and grandmother's like, so they show me, oh, help. I'm gonna enact protocols once again. Yes, thank you. Beautiful lilac, shimmer, curtain, veil. Thank you. Grace, grace, grace. Okay, so they told me, and I saw this visual of an awesome marching band, you know, like a 5A high school or college marching band, and they enter the field and they enter, you know, sometimes there's the football field and then the racetrack and then the bleachers, right? Well, a marching band has entered into the arena. Yay! Everybody's on their hands and on their feet and they're clapping their hands. Marvelous, wonderful. And then what? Here comes all of the competitors. Everyone that has joined the race, lining up as a group. It's not an individual thing, really. It's collective. This is just imagery. Go with it. They come in. The competitors are behind the marching band. They make the grand display around the arena, right? The flags are drawn. The ceremony. The runners take their place. Utashikana. You might be 100 distance, whatever it is, runner. You might be a long distance runner. Ah! Oh my God! You might be in the race where it takes 4 of you and you're handing off the baton. Don't discredit small beginnings. Don't discredit baby steps. Don't do it. Give yourself some grace, man. You've come so far. It's an auspicious time, full of wonder, full of magic. They will meet you as I see one runner and as I see one runner after another breaking through the tape and breaking through the tape and breaking through the tape and breaking through the tape. that you've arrived. You made it. You made it. It's time to dream again. It's time to come into full capacity. Individually, but we're not an individual. It's not an individual thing. It is a group. It is a collective. And it's joining hand to hand and standing strong in the collective with your brothers and your sisters beside you. Alexa, next. So if you think it's over for you, you're wrong. It's a lie from pit of hell. If you think because of this shit show, bliss show that's shown up in your life that, evidence I must be doing something wrong, bullshit. You're right on time. You are. You are. Beloveds, you are right on stinking time. This is the time to learn your authority. This is the time to stand in your authority. Stand. Free-flowing channel up to God's source energy, the great I am, grounding deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. They got you out there. They got what's going on out there. That's 3D. But they want you to resonate here. Some days when the bliss show has happened, you know what you need to do? You just need to take a nap. Just let things calm the fuck down. Take a nap. Try again tomorrow. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I'm going to burn some sage, and we're going to seal this in. Love, grace, acceptance, of loving yourself so much that, and giving yourself permission to advance and to move forward. It's okay. It's okay. Breathe. Let your hearts be healed. Let your hearts take courage. Everything and everyone is moving upon your behalf. That's the way it is. Whether you believe it or not, it is. And so it is. Morningstar.